match we have is Norwich versus Liverpool. Uh, Norwich are at home, and FIFA thinks that this game will end 0-0 and both teams get a point each. Next we have Manchester United versus Southampton. Manchester United are at home. Southampton with the ball with Classy, who plays it around Herrera, who pings it to Mane. Mane hits it to Tadic. Tadic crosses it into Long, and Long makes it 1-0. The same match now, United have the ball. Martial hits it to Pereira. Pereira hits it back to Blind. Blind hits it back to Martial. He hits it to Mata, but Mata's shot was blocked by Blind, but it falls back to Mata, and Mata makes it 1 each. And that's the way the game will end. United draw with Southampton 1-1, and both teams get a point. Next we have Leicester versus Stoke. Leicester at home. The ball is with Danny Simpson. He keeps it for a while, dribble pass, and then passes it to Drinkwater. He passes it to Morris. Morris tries to find the ball, but he couldn't. But the ball falls back to Conte. He passes it to Albrighton. Albrighton takes it around Walters. Plays in the ball to Jamie Vardy, and Jamie Vardy makes it 1-0. Now in the same match we have Stoke on the ball with Glenn Whelan, who plays a 3-ball to Glenn Johnson, who plays in a cross to Joselu, and Joselu makes it 1 each, and it's just 1 each pretty much, and that's the way the game ends. Stoke draw with Leicester away from home 1 each, and both teams get a point each. Next we have Watford versus Newcastle. Watford at home, and FIFA thinks this game will end 0-0 and both teams get a point each. Next we have Crystal Palace versus Tottenham. Palace are at home, and FIFA also thinks that this game will end 0-0 or end as a draw and both teams get a point each. Next we have Sunderland versus Bournemouth. Sunderland are at home. Bournemouth are on the ball with Arder. He plays it to Afobe. Afobe plays it to Turbe. Turbe plays a little skill pass back to Afobe. Afobe plays it to Smith, who plays it back to Afobe, and plays it back to Smith, and Bournemouth get a penalty due to the tackle on Smith. So Afobe steps up to take the penalty for Bournemouth, and Manone is in net trying to stop it, and he makes it 1-0 to Bournemouth away from home in Sunderland. And that's how the game ends. Bournemouth get a 1-0 lead or 1-0 win over Sunderland away from home due to a penalty, which was possibly debatable if it was a penalty or not. Next we have West Brom versus Aston Villa. West Brom had the corner. He just landed on Olsen's head, and Olsen made it 1-0. The same match we have West Brom on the ball with Rondon. Rondon was played the ball, 3-ball, and he makes it 2-0. Then about 5 minutes after Berahino comes on, Sessegnon plays the ball to Berahino. Berahino plays it out wide, then cuts inside, then plays the ball in, and Sessegnon makes it 3-0 thanks to Berahino's assist, and that's the way it ends. Pretty much West Brom win Aston Villa 3-0 at home. They get a good 3 points for them, but a bad result for Aston Villa, keeping them bottom of the table. Next we have West Ham versus Man City. West Ham are at home. De Bruyne is on the ball. He passes it to Sanya. He passes it back to De Bruyne. He passes it back to Sanya. Sanya has to be run through the middle of the pitch. Pass to Yaya Toure, and Yaya Toure bangs one from at least 20 odd yards and makes it 1-0. And that's how the game ends. Manchester City win West Ham away from home 1-0 and get an important 3 points that could possibly keep them top of the league in the top of the league for this week. Next we have Everton versus Swansea. Everton are at home. The ball is played to Deulofeu, who pings it to Stones. Stones plays it to Barclays. Barclays cuts inside, plays and then shoots and puts it in the top corner to make it 1-0. And then Barclays again on the ball in the second half. Plays it to Gareth Barry. He plays it to Besic. He plays it to Lukaku, and Lukaku hits it off the post and makes it 2-0. And that's the way the game ends. Everton beat Swansea at home 2-0 to get an important 3 points in their Premier League campaign. And next we have Arsenal versus Chelsea. Arsenal are at home, and Chelsea thinks that this game will end 0-0.